The third point is cost. So one thing that we can do to reduce cost is reduce storage. We can use some sort of a compression algorithm on the documents. In our case, we must go with lossless compression, because any kind of lossy compression will be devastating to users who are actually working on this document professionally. So lossless is the compression we are going for. You can think of Huffman codes in this case, but there are also better compression algorithms around text. Let's say you have this compression algorithm and you saved a lot on storage, but what's one possible drawback? Is that processing can be expensive now. Every time you go to persist a document, you now have to first compress this and then save it in your database. Also, every time you need to get the document, you need to decompress the document before serving it. So we might take a hybrid approach where the most recent version of this document is going to be stored in its full form. So you have a document. We talked about different versions existing for this document: V1, V2, V3, and this is probably VN. Okay, this is the latest version. This version of the document is not compressed because the expectation is that users will be working with this document, while the rest of the versions are all compressed and kept in cold storage. So this is cheap to store, while this is fast to access. That's a hybrid solution. Can we extend this idea? Yes. We are talking about using the latest version as a uncompressed document and all our older versions as a compressed document. One of the things that we can do is we can keep a copy, the latest version document copy here, VN, and to speed up writes, instead of writing directly to the document, we store these operations as a log. Taking a concrete example of ABC, if you say add XY to it, and at the same time you say delete BC from it, the resultant document should be AXY. But instead of making changes in the document, we store the copy of ABC and take these two operations of XY and BC, addition and deletion. Every time there's a get operation, we take our latest version of the document, look at the changes which are yet to be made, and serve the result. So this is going to be a little compute intensive, but worth it because we are saving on a lot of write operations. The cost is being passed over to the read operations though. So the current document is eventually consistent, but if you want perfect consistency, you go through the list of changes.